Hi, ladies. We love the screener. We're big fans of the film franchise, so the kids were super excited about there being a new show. And I know Dana mentioned also being a fan. I was wondering, is there anything we can look for, kind of like an Easter egg kind of thing from the movies in the show?
Well, if you look real carefully at Alex's paw, you will see a birthmark. Right? That's
Yep.
there. I think what's interesting is there are a lot of visual Easter eggs, I would say, because the movies are so beautifully designed, and there's such a specific visual style and language to them, and we adapted that for our show. Our design team came up with a look that sort of stood on the shoulders of the movies. But if you look carefully, so Kendall Cronkite was the production designer of the movies, and she came up with this whole visual language called the WACK. I think it's WACK or WHACK. So if you look at the movies, and I'm not a designer or an artist at all, a visual artist, but it has to do with how there's no such thing as parallel lines in it. So a lot of our design reflects that. So if you were to look at the two, you could see how our show is, visually representing the movies. Other Easter eggs, Dana, anything story-wise that we have? I mean, we've updated it. So, we have cell phones in our show. So, so we definitely took we reimagined that.
Yep.
Yeah, right. It's kind of a parallel timeline.
I think they did have cell phones in the movies. They just looked different.
Oh, that's right. We have iPhones. Yeah, right, and iPads in ours. I can't think of any other than like Pickles and Dave are an homage, I would say, to the chimps in Madagascar too.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I can't think of anything, and at least not in the first season.
Well, we've created our own Easter eggs. So within the series, you will find there are a few kind of recurring Easter eggs in every episode that we wanted kids to look out for, that kind of change just slightly every episode. So we had a lot of fun with those.
Mm-hmm.
So Johanna, I was looking at your list of like all the things that you've done. You've kind of been, you've been a writer, you've been on camera, you've just done it all. So do you have a preference? Which one do you like doing the most? And do you plan on possibly jumping in and writing for the show?
That is a great question. I love what I'm doing right now. I don't have a preference, to be honest. I like to do it all. As I said, I love the collaborative nature of all of this. And I just, I love to create stuff. So this is such an amazing outlet for that. I'm actually quite involved in the writing. So, and the way our process works, so I get to exercise my writing muscles a lot as well. Our scripts go through a lot of, we work together to break the outlines. We pass the scripts around. We punch each other's scripts up a lot. And actually, Dana and I have written this.
Yeah.
And we have a script. I think we can say that. But, it's also an absolute joy to have writers who are so capable and, who do such a wonderful job, to feel like, no, it's okay. I can focus on the other stuff. Because writing scripts actually takes, it really demands, for me, it demands a lot of focused time. And as an EP, I don't have that. I'm literally spinning, I think, like 18 episodes at a time, from beginning, maybe 20 to post. We have literally 18 episodes in various spots there along the pipeline. So I don't really have the bandwidth to write. But someday, when we have a hiatus, I'll write some.
That's awesome. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Madagascar, a little wild.